Come, my allies. Will you join me?
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Star Wars headquarters. Hope you guys are all doing good today. Today we're talking about the roadmap for Star Wars Battlefront 2. More specifically, roadmap version 2 and what we want to see from roadmap version 2 for Star Wars Battlefront 2. And if you didn't know already, they already did release the roadmap a while back, showing what we can expect for content coming up in the next couple months or so until the end of the year. And as you can see, there's a lot of exciting stuff, but unfortunately Geonosis is pushed back to winter, and August is really the weakest point in the entire roadmap. Now keep in mind, this is only the first iteration of the roadmap. There will be a second version that promises new content. And we're going to talk about what we want to see for the second version of the roadmap, what new content we hope to see introduced in roadmap version 2. And leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys want to see. Of course, keep it Clone Wars themed, because roadmap version 2 will most likely include only Clone Wars content, since we are in the Clone Wars season. So let's kick this off now, and let's talk about what we want to see for roadmap version 2. Now, considering that Geonosis is releasing clear in winter, one of the weakest spots for the roadmap currently is the lack of new maps. Now, Geonosis is going to be the biggest, largest map ever created in a Battlefront game, so it's kind of understandable why it's taking them so long to develop this map. But the map will also contain multiple levels, and I'm guessing that's for the other smaller game modes like Blast, Strike, Heroes vs. Villains, and Hero Showdown. So if we take a look at the roadmap once again, it would be cool to see DICE release the smaller maps for Geonosis in August, if possible. Wouldn't it be cool to see the Caves of Geonosis, or whatever they have planned for the smaller maps, released in August alongside the Clone Trooper appearances? I would love to see this. Let me know what you guys think about this idea. I don't know if it's even possible for DICE to pull this off or not, but I really hope that EA listens and provides them with the resources to be able to release at least one more new map this year for Battlefront 2. Of course, in the ideal world, I would like to see another brand new map like Coruscant, Utapau, Mustafar, or something like that. That would be my dream. And if that's possible, that would be the first solution to adding more content to the current roadmap, but I doubt that's going to happen. I think they're going to have to give us something else if we're going to get new maps besides Geonosis. So let me know if you guys think this is a good idea, if you guys would like to see, the smaller versions of Geonosis released in August as like Blast maps, Strike maps, Heroes vs. Villains, and Hero Showdown maps. I think that'd be really cool. I don't know if it's possible once again, but DICE, if you're listening, if that's possible, I think that'd be a great idea for August. We'll see what happens with roadmap version 2. Now, let's talk about reinforcements. This is something that was not mentioned in the current roadmap, and a lot of you guys, including myself, want to see droidekas in the game, of course. They are currently left out of the game, and we really want to see droidekas come back in a big way. So I'm hoping that roadmap version 2 introduces droidekas in there somewhere along the line. So I really hope it's sooner than later. Of course, I hope we don't have to wait clear till winter for droidekas to appear in there somewhere. But regardless, I really hope that we see droidekas anyway, because they are such an important part of the Clone Wars. And playing with them would be just a blast, and they would be so powerful on the battlefront. You wouldn't want them to be too OP, of course, but you'd want them to be just powerful enough where they could be used as kind of like reconnaissance units that could roll across Geonosis and get across the map quickly, as well as defensive units or even offensive units as well. So they could be used for all kinds of purposes, depending on the game mode, of course. But yeah, let me know. What do you guys think about droidekas? And then also, let's talk about Magna Guards. Those are also some other reinforcements that a lot of people, they don't bring that up a lot, but it's something that I really want to see as well. Magna Guards, of course, helped aid General Grievous. So what better way to introduce Magna Guards than at this time when General Grievous is going to be coming to Battlefront 2. We know that General Grievous and Obi-Wan will be coming in fall, so hopefully that means in September. So it would be cool to see, Magna Guards introduced as well in fall alongside General Grievous. Hit that like button if you agree with that statement and you want to see Magna Guards and Droidekas come to Battlefront 2. Now, another topic that a lot of people have been bringing up lately are new weapons. I definitely want to see new weapons introduced into Battlefront 2. So far, DICE hasn't really touched on this subject just yet. They mentioned they do want to eventually focus on weapons from what I understand, but they're putting the resources towards the most important stuff first. But if they can bring back weapons like the E3 DL44 or CJ9 bow rifle, that would be really cool. And I know Boba Fett and, Han Solo technically already have the E3 and DL44, so it should be pretty easy to bring these weapons into the class system in the game. Now, one weapon that's Clone Wars related is the DC-17M from Republic Commando. That would be the perfect weapon to introduce into the Clone Wars season because, of course, it matches up with the theme of the Clone Wars, and it would be a really perfect time to give us the DC-17M. Now, as you know, the DC-17M, it's kind of like a modular weapon where you can turn it into like a sniper rifle or an assault rifle, and you can kind of, change it up with that weapon. So what class would that go in? I'm not sure just yet. Maybe they could do something like they did with the A180 in Battlefront 2015, where, the modular system kind of replaced the star card system. But I don't know if that's the right direction for the weapons just yet. But let me know, what do you guys think about that in the comments below? Would you like to see the DC-17M arrive in Battlefront 2? Or what weapon would you prefer out of all of the weapons out there in the Star Wars universe? What would your ideal weapon be that you'd want to come to Battlefront 2? Alright, now let's talk about improvements to the actual matchmaking itself. Now, we do know that DICE is planning on adding the ability to choose the era that you would like to play when matchmaking in the multiplayer in Battlefront 2. So I hope this comes around sooner than later, and that we will have the ability to matchmake to the maps, to the era we want to matchmake to. So, if you love the Clone Wars, you should be able to pick that era as the era you want to play in for the multiplayer matchmaking. And again, they've mentioned this before that they want to do this. I don't know when that's going to happen. It's currently not on the roadmap, but I hope to see that appear for roadmap version 2 because it's a huge feature. And it would make people very excited to jump into Battlefront 2. Because imagine being able to just load up the game, click on Clone Wars Galactic Assault, and then it matchmakes you only to Clone Wars maps. Or let's say you want to take a break off of Clone Wars and you want to matchmake to original trilogy maps only. How cool would that be? I would love to see this feature introduced in roadmap version 2. Now, let's go on and talk about temporary matchmaking lists. So, if they were to introduce like a small version of Geonosis in August, like a Blast Geonosis map alongside the new skins, it would be cool to see a temporary matchmaking list called 24/7 Geonosis. So that way you can just click on that matchmake list and always go into the new content that was just released. So in this case, of course, in this example, we're using Geonosis as an example. And it would be cool to see a button that says Matchmake in Geonosis 24/7. And other games do this all the time, like Call of Duty. When they released their Keratin map for World War II, they had Keratin 24/7. So you could always go into the new Keratin map anytime you wanted to. You didn't really have to go through and wait and sit through 5 or 6 maps to access the map that you wanted to play. But that would be a really cool way to really focus on new content and put it on the forefront of the menu system in the Battlefront 2 and allow people to matchmake to it right when it comes out. And finally, I'm going to wrap this up by mentioning private matches. This is something that we really want to see at the Star Wars headquarters. The ability to create private matches, because we would be able to do some awesome community events with you all. And I would like to set parameters like grenade only, or sniper rifle only. It'd be really a lot of fun to do with you guys, and we could create some really cool videos as well out of private matches. So there it is, guys. Let me know what you think about these ideas for Roadmap version 2 by leaving a comment down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and again, we'll be talking more and more about Roadmap version 2, especially when they announce it or give us some type of date on when that's going to be revealed. And to keep in mind, as we get closer to August, Community Manager Ben Walk is going to be working on introducing us to the very first live streams from the DICE studio, which could also reveal even more details on what to expect for the future of Battlefront 2. So there it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video once again. Hit that like button if you did. If you have not subscribed, be sure to subscribe because there's a lot of stuff coming up and you don't want to miss the news on Battlefront 2 as we go into fall. I'll see you guys next time, and may the Force be with you always.
Wow.